When I was 19, 20, I worked as a psychiatric nurse, and the first ward I worked in was an accident victim ward. Why have we got accident victims in a psych hospital? Because the damage was done to the brain. And once the brain goes, really the life almost isn't worth living, because they were just robots. They were like zombies because brain function had gone. We've got to look after this brain. God did a good job in giving us a protective structure there. And you might think, well, what happens when you fall? Doesn't this delicate brain hit against the skull? Well, in His mercy and in His wisdom, God created the brain with 7 layers of fascia. Fascia is like thin balloon material, and between every layer there is fluid. So when you do fall, there's a cushioning effect. The problem arises when the head gets continually battered, yeah? Like the dripping tap on a stone, damage is sustained. We've got a problem in Australia today. I notice when you in America have ball games, well-padded helmets. Well, we don't have that in Australia. We've got a very rough game called rugby league. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I don't watch it, but sometimes on the news you'll see the clips from the game, you know, at the end of it, and whoa, it almost hurts to watch the way those people collide and tackle and bang. Well, we've got a problem today. It's called football migraine. It's actually a nice name for brain damage. And there's stories of players being let off the field because they're just wandering around the field going like this. They've had so many blows, and it's documented today. They've done MRIs and they're finding damaging bits on the brain from these continually being knocks. The other game is football. Well, we said football, but boxing. Just that continual battering to the brain. You know, you might have even seen an interview with a boxer in the latter years of his life. And what are the latter years for a boxer? 50. And by the way, you know, 50 is only halfway to 100. So we have got a strong skull to protect the brain. We have got the fascia and the fluid in there which protects the brain. But our brain has 7 avenues of access. Notice with the skeletal system, your 7 avenues of access. You've got 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils and a mouth. Everything that goes into those avenues of access has an effect on the brain. Everything we hear or have ever heard is monitored in the brain. Everything we see, everything we smell tells us a story. Everything that we eat or drink or anything else that goes in by the mouth has an effect on the brain.